In a village surrounded by ancient, whispering trees lived a hunter named Kojo. Kojo was not like the other hunters who respected the forest. He was a man of great greed. If he saw a bird, he killed it. If he saw a deer, he killed it, even if his belly was already full. He wanted to be the richest and most feared man in the land, and he didn't care whose heart he broke or what laws of nature he stepped on to get there. The discovery in the shadows. One afternoon, Kojo wandered into the deep bush, a place where the ancestors said the spirits held their meetings. There, sitting on a mossy stone, was a red calabash. It was beautiful, glowing with a light that looked like a sunset. As Kojo reached out his hand, the wind stopped blowing. The forest grew silent. A voice, deep and hollow like an empty cave, echoed through the leaves. Kojo, this calabash will give you everything you desire. But the forest does not give gifts, it only trades. Blood must have blood. Kojo, blinded by his greed, didn't listen. He grabbed the calabash and ran home. The magic and the rot. That night, Kojo tapped the calabash. Instantly, gold coins and sweet-smelling meat spilled onto his floor. He was overjoyed. For weeks, he lived like a king. But soon, the air in his house began to smell like a wound. The gold started to feel sticky, and the meat, though it looked delicious, tasted like dry ash. Kojo began to feel a terrible pain in his chest. It felt as if a cold hand was squeezing his heart every time he spent a coin. The changing body. Kojo looked in the mirror and gasped. His eyes, once bright, were turning the color of rusted iron. His skin was becoming dry and cracked like the earth during a drought. He realized the horror: the calabash wasn't making gold. It was draining his life to create it. Every coin he spent was a drop of his own health. His greed had turned him into a walking corpse. He tried to smash the calabash with an axe, but the blade shattered. The calabash just sat there, laughing with a sound like dry leaves rubbing together. The final death. One midnight, a shadow stretched across Kojo's wall. It was the spirit of the forest. It didn't have a face, just a giant, gaping mouth. You have used the magic, the spirit whispered. You have taken the life of the forest for your own greed. Now, the debt is due. Blood must have blood. Kojo tried to run, but his legs turned to heavy wood. He watched in terror as his own blood began to leave his body, flowing like tiny red rivers across the floor and into the red calabash. He felt all his strength, his memories, and his life being sucked into the bowl. The silent hut. When the sun rose, the villagers went to Kojo's house because they hadn't seen him in days. They found the door wide open. There was no gold. There was no meat. And there was no Kojo. All they found was a pile of grey dust and the red calabash, now glowing brighter than ever, waiting for the next greedy person to find it in the woods. To this day, the mothers of the village tell their children, take only what you need, for the forest always keeps its receipts. Greed is a trap that resets itself. When you take a life you do not need, or wealth you did not earn, the universe will come to collect its price. Because in the shadows of the forest, the law remains: blood must have blood.